what I'm thinking is that Pokemon Go and Niantic, they're really pushing to keep the players active. So they're trying to have events going on all the time, which means that they're likely going to exhaust their content. If they want this game to have longevity, I feel like they need to slow it down just a little bit. It's okay to have times of norm in between events, even if it's only a week or so. But this last month even, it's been one after another after another. It happened again. So I just did that stream last night to talk about all the craziness that's been going on. That Niantic has been pushing out update after update to keep us interested. And lo and behold, not 10 hours later, I get a notification that says Regice is going to be the next raid boss. Which, I mean, it makes sense. Once Kyogre leaves, something has to replace it. But it's just so back to back to back. And not on top of that, trading is now available to all of the level 40 players. So level 40 players enjoy. We'll talk about that at a later time. But to go over Regice. So Regice is going to be our tier 5 raid boss now. He's a legendary boss. 41777. So 41,777 CP is his max CP of his raid boss when you go fight him. He's a pure ice type. He doesn't have a dual type. Therefore, fire is going to be the main counter types you want to think of. Should be a relatively easy boss depending on how he does. I'm waiting to hear and see the first person who's able to do it in a duo team with friendship bonuses. So I think it's going to be able to do. I think Regice will be able to handle him with just 4 players, but with the attack bonuses and possibly weather boosts on a sunny day with fire types, I'm thinking 3 or maybe even 2 of the Ultra or Best Friends might be able to take this boss down. So on a regular day with no weather boost, his max CP, the CP you're looking for, 100% IV at level 20 is 1764 CP. And then weather boosted, it is 2205 CP during snowy weather. That's level 25, 100% IV. So when we're talking about Regice, he was a pseudo-legendary of the Gen 3. He's 100% ice type, therefore the types that you want to use that he's weak against. Ice is weak against fire, rock, fighting, and steel, which means that the other legendaries are actually good counters for him. So because we don't have access to them yet, fire and rock, fighting and steel, fire being the most prevalent, are going to be the things you want to use. Best Pokemon we're talking about right now are going to be Entei. If you're able to get a couple of Entei, this is where they're going to be able to shine. Entei's best moveset that we're thinking is about Fire Spin and Overheat. Moltres would come in second with Fire Spin and Overheat. We're talking about our 2 legendaries taking the first 2 best counters against Regice. Then you have your higher level ones. So it used to be Flareon would be my go-to, but now due to the event, if you have a Charizard that knows Blast Burn, I actually have a 98% Charizard that knows Fire Spin, Blast Burn. That's the moveset you're looking for. That is going to be your best non-legendary fire type attacker to go against Regice. Followed by, of course, Flareon with Fire Spin and Overheat. And then Ho-Oh is not that bad either. Ho-Oh unfortunately does not know a fire type quick move, so its best move set against Regice is going to be Steel Wing for its quick, and then Fire Blast for its fast charge move. Then you also have your typical fighting type, so it's Ice is weak against fighting, so Machamps are definitely up there, and then Rock as well. The best Rock type would be a Tyranitar with Smackdown, which is an exclusive move for last week's Community Day, which I did not get to participate in. So those of you who have a Tyranitar with Smackdown and Stone Edge, you're lucky. Add it to the team if you don't have enough fire types to counteract him. Just like any other raid boss, Regice has different types of charge moves that would indicate what you want to counter him with. If his charge move is Blizzard, you'll be better off because your fire types will take less damage. He also can know Focus Blast. Focus Blast doesn't get the special effect damage because of the same type of ice, but it would be very strong against a Tyranitar. So pay attention to what the recommended Pokemon are when you go into an actual lobby against a Regice, because if it knows Focus Blast and none of your Tyranitars show up, that should give you an idea of what it has. And then the last thing you'll know is Earthquake. Earthquake, if a Regice knows Earthquake, all of your fire types are done for. You need to be able to recognize that, again, when you're going to the lobby and it doesn't recommend that many fire types, it probably knows Earthquake. And a Regice boss that knows Earthquake can probably one-hit KO a decent Flareon, or even a Blaziken if you decide to use Blaziken. So the things that we want to worry about would definitely be Rock Smash Earthquake if it knows that. The other quick move it knows is Frost Breath. It can either have no Frost Breath or Rock Smash. And then charge moves are Blizzard, which is your best bet, because then you can use your fire types. Focus Blast, which you want to just avoid your rock types like Tyranitar. And then if it knows Earthquake, your fire types are going to take a beating, and it'd be better to just go with the rocks and the fighting to counteract it. Snowy weather, for most people right now, snowy weather, the boost shouldn't be much of an issue. So it's the middle of the summer, at least in the northern hemisphere, so you shouldn't have an issue with snow unless you're really far north or really, really far south. Cloudy weather would actually be beneficial in this situation because it boosts your fighting type. Sunny weather as well because of the fire type boost. So that's what we got for Regice. Go check them out. I'm going to keep an eye out on my local Discord page to see when there's a raid and hopefully be able to show you how it goes. As always, take it easy. So I'm here at a gym waiting for the game to load up. I drove over I should say, to this gym here. Yeah, see, joining in the raid right now. Here we go. So recommended one fire type, which makes me a little nervous. I'm gonna go with that. He might have a earth. He might have Earthquake. And the fact that it only gave me one fire type in the recommended makes me really worried that he knows Earthquake. So I'm gonna go with my Tyranitar as well as my Golems and then my Machamp. I had to actually drive 40 minutes into town in order to, and then hop onto the local Discord group in order to find a group who'd be willing to go, because that's just how far away I am from the regular stuff. It's unfortunate, but with this turn of events, it's raining outside if you couldn't tell.